Okay, so I'm going to try to do a ab workout that is, it's going to be a more advanced ab workout. It's going to be a lot of upper body as well. And we're going to be talking a lot about the low back and keeping it safe. However, we're going to be doing a lot of planks. Planks are really hard to do with your low back. When your low back is tight or you've had injuries, planks can be really hard to do. So always modify, always exaggerate the safe positions until you're strong enough to kind of challenge your body a little bit. So we'll try to talk about those safe positions as we get started here. So we're going to start in our plank. We're going to start in our high plank. That's on our hands and toes. So from here, safe position is tucking our tail under, rounding our back up like a cat back. Big difference here though, we are not pushing our upper back up, right? We're not rounding the whole back, just our low back rounds up like a cat. But we are keeping our upper back wide. We're not letting that chest drop through. Okay, so we're keeping a nice supported posture here. Our abs are in like we're crunching the whole time. All right, so this should be work. You should feel like you're crunching your abs just being here. So now you're gonna take a nice wide stance. You're gonna try not to move your hips and tap opposite shoulder with opposite hand. Really try to stabilize through the legs. So as you pick one hand up, reach longer through that leg. Keep going. Keep breathing. Stabilize through the body. Keep the abs crunching. Now, if you start to feel this in the back, immediately come down to the knees, go to child's pose, take a break. That's where we're at for the day, right? If you can challenge yourself, keep going. Keep breathing. Now, more is not always better. If you do feel any amount in the back, we're going backwards. So stop there. From here, you can modify this next one on your knees if you would like. We're going to do push-ups. So you can be on your knees if you would like. Make sure the hips are in line with the shoulders if you do modify. Otherwise, stay on your toes. Elbows are going to be scraping your ribs, so pull those elbows in, bend the elbows, press it up. Nice and slow and controlled. Keep breathing. 2 counts down, 2 counts up. So we're going slow, we're creating endurance muscle. We're stabilizing through the shoulders. If you feel like your back is sagging when you push up, go to your knees. 2 more. You can challenge yourself with repetitions here. You can go longer than I'm going today. Hold the last one down and pulse. I do about 16 pulses. Keep breathing. It's quite the little ways here. Give me 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and knees down. Press it back. Stretch the arms, stretch the back. Give yourself a little break. So again, you can always do all of this on your knees, right? So now let's go with a wide stance. I'm going to do knees for the next one. Wide stance push-ups. Keep those hips in line with the shoulders. So that means we're not dipping our chest down like this, right? Push the hips forward. We're in a nice plank. Our knees act like our feet. Perfect. Nice and slow. Keep breathing. Press the floor away from you. Try not to let the shoulders come up to the ears. Keep breathing. And 4, 3, 2, last one. Hold it down and pulse. Again, about 16 pulses. Keep breathing. Keep those elbows wide, shoulders away from the ears, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Sit it back to child's pose. Push it all the way back. Take a break. Stretch out that low back. From here, while you're stretching your low back, you can press your hands down, lift the upper back, stretch the upper back into an extension here. This should not feel bad on the low back. It should feel nice on the upper back, a nice stretch, and you should not feel it in the low back at all. When you're ready, come on back up into that plank. So from here, abs are in. If you can, we're gonna go down onto those forearms, push it right back up into that high plank. If this is good with the low back, keep going. If you need to modify, knees are a good modification, right? We're gonna keep going. Keep breathing. Try to support the abs as you push up. Belly button lifts first. Don't let that low back sag. 3, 2. Last one. Knees down, sit it back to child's pose. Stretch it out. All right, from here, walk it out onto those forearms. Tap the knees down and lift. Abs are in. Again, if you find that throughout this workout, your low back is starting to get tight, you're having a hard time keeping those abs crunched, maybe doing this many planks, we're not ready for that yet, right? This is a lot of planks. So maybe we're not ready for that. You can do half this workout and then do some crunches or some ab work on your back. And then the other half of the workout on another day. 3, 2, knees down, sit it back to child's pose. So it's a really good recovery. It stretches out that low back in case it's starting to get tight. All right, from here, we're gonna flip over and we're gonna do a few abs here. Start with stretching out those hamstrings, make sure that low back is nice and stretched, and roll it all the way down. Legs are in tabletop, arms up to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, curl head, neck, and shoulders up. Extend and reach. Scoop the abs, bring it in. Extend and reach. Scoop it back in. If this is too much on that low back, if we can't keep the back from arching, you can either extend your legs up, right? Or you can keep your knees in tabletop and reach the arms out and in. This is plenty of ab work here. Keep breathing. You can always keep your hands behind your head and extend just the legs. So keep going. Pick your poison. Give me 3, 2, last one. Plant one foot down and then the other and crunch it up. You got it. Belly button pulls down as you exhale and crunch up. Your knees want to fall open, squeeze them back together. Keep breathing. Pull those ribs together. So let's work those transverse abs. They tighten up our low back in a good way. They help to support it. So pull those abs together like you're cinching a corset up or a weight belt, right? Keep breathing. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Hold it at the top and roll it all the way back down. Very nice. So from here, we're gonna roll up. If you can, place your hands behind you, fingers pointed towards the hips. Press your hips up, squeeze the glutes, bend your elbows, and extend. So we're just bending our elbows. We're doing a dip here. What we don't want to do is let our hips drop down and back up. That's more of a bridge. It's not what we're trying to do today. So press those elbows back behind you and extend. If this is too much on the wrists, you can turn your fingers out a little bit. It just makes the elbow movement a little bit awkward to do. So from here, we're going to do another 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, keep the hips up, 3, 2, hold it down and pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and sit the hips down, stretch forward, stretch out those hamstrings. Okay, with that last move, if our shoulders are too tight, sometimes that's a pretty deep range of motion for our shoulders. If our shoulders are too tight, you can just omit the move. If you are at a location where you can use a bench, that would help with the shoulders, not making them be so far behind you. They'd be a little bit lower, so they're a little bit more in front of you. But that's a quick upper body and ab workout for today. Again, pay attention to modifications, listen to your body. Do half of it if you need, do all of it if you can. You can do it 2 to 3 times if you're feeling up to it. So let me know how it feels.